Best continuing series, I gave it to My Hero. One Piece got it. Yeah, I haven't gotten to Egghead yet, but I've heard very good things about Egghead. As you guys know, if you look at the community tab, I finished Fishman Island. I also finished Punk Hazard. I haven't posted the review on the community tab. That's coming next week. But I did finish Punk Hazard. My goal is to be done with Egghead by the end of the year. That is my goal, is to push through enough One Piece to be caught up to Egghead by the end of the year. And then at the end of the year, to answer your question, will there be a One Piece discussion stream? I was originally going to do a stream on every arc and every, like, oh my gosh, let's talk about like Water 7 and this and that and that. And what I think I've elected to do is one big discussion stream once I get caught up, because I know there's things that like I don't want to talk ignorantly in Fishman Island and have people in the comments be like, oh, well, actually, this thing in Fishman Island plays into Egghead later. So like, I'd rather just have the full scope of the picture and then do a full discussion from there on like my thoughts on One Piece overall. I know I won't be caught up to Elbaf probably. That solely depends on how quickly they drop the dub. I've never understood why One Piece didn't have a simul dub. Like, of all the shows to have simul dub drop the same time or even 2 weeks behind, like One Piece I figured would have been up there. But I guess, I don't know, I guess they drop the dub all at once, kind of like they do with Demon Slayer. So I'm fully committed, One Piece dub to the end. So, which I say that, but then like I'll probably switch once I actually get caught up to Elbaf, maybe the stuff that starts airing next year. So I do want to do like 1 or 2 streams of, once I get caught up, of like, here's my discussion, here's my thoughts on One Piece overall. Like from, you know, East Blue to Egghead. Like, I've watched over 1,100 episodes of the anime. And to answer your question, I did watch it. I think once I get caught up, I'll go read it. But for now, I'm just watching it. But I do want to do streams that are like, hey, here's my overall thoughts, feelings, and opinions about One Piece. What I like, what I didn't like, where I think we could go from here. And then another stream after that is, all right, now I'm going to rank every arc. Like, do a tier list of every arc and put it on. Or I guess every saga. Well, no, it would be every arc, because that's kind of how I did it before. That's the goal. That's why I want to just like not focus on making content about it right now and just keep watching and just keep trucking my way through it, because I love the 3 videos I've made on One Piece that are like saga reviews, and then the 2 that I made about like the Zoro stuff in Thriller Bark, and then the stuff with Whitebeard at Marineford, leaving Water 7 as the only arc I technically haven't covered in a video. As much as I love that content, I kind of am kicking myself in the background. That's just not how I consume anime. I'm not I just watched this arc, now let me write a 5-paragraph essay about why I loved it. Like, I could get on a live stream and talk about, you know, right after Water 7, I could have gotten on a live stream and said, hey, I just finished Water 7, here's how I feel about it. I think it was great, I really enjoyed it. It was this incredible arc for Robin, and I love what it did for the Straw Hats, but, you know, here's where I kind of struggle to get into it. Like, I like that more discussion-based content as opposed to just like doing a heavily scripted, heavily edited video. And I also feel like it was starting to hurt my enjoyment of One Piece. Like, I was almost dreading watching every new saga, because I was like, oh man, well, now I have to be thinking analytically the whole time I'm watching it on how am I going to write this into a video? How am I going to format this into a video? How am I going to, you know, talk about I have to remember that. So like, it kind of made me not want to watch One Piece at all. The most enjoyment I've gotten out of it is just watching it. And like, that's why I made it through Fishman Island and Punk Hazard so quick, is because I was just watching it. I was just enjoying it. I wasn't bogging myself down with, do I need to consume it? Do I need to be able to write this review? Like, what am I doing with it? And I want to continue that forward, because I also just like, I don't know how to talk about 200 plus episodes of Wano in like a 30-minute video essay. Like, I don't. Like, so I'd rather just do the discussion stream and talk about it with the audience. And like, people can ask me questions. Well, what'd you think about this? What'd you think about that? And that'll prompt me to go down a tirade about XYZ, as I do on most of my streams. Like, that's the way I want to engage with One Piece. And like, that's the relationship I want between One Piece and my content going forward, which sucks because my highest viewed video is me announcing that I'm getting into One Piece. Like, and I think there might be something of like, I got a lot of subscribers from people who were expecting me to continue to do One Piece, and that's kind of why I've hit my struggle now because there's no, like, you know, the audience doesn't want anything other than One Piece and so on and so forth. So long story short, will there be a discussion stream? Yes, once I get caught up to Egghead and maybe Elbaf, depending on how far they go or when I get caught up. So I'm about to start Dressrosa. I just finished Punk Hazard this week. I'm taking a break because I have some other, like, I want to listen to a couple audiobooks that I've been putting off, trying to do that. And then once I finish an audiobook or two, I'll go back, do Dressrosa, then maybe take a break. Like, I'm trying to pace myself, but not like, oh, I'm going to take 3 months off in between every arc. I don't know. I kick myself because I spent so much time not watching One Piece because I kept telling myself I'm going to make content. I don't want to move on to the next thing until I make more content. And, you know, then the entire 6-month break went by and now they're back doing Elbaf. I didn't move one episode from the time skip. I could have been like halfway through Wano, or I could have been all the way up, like catching up to Egghead. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand. And to your point, John, in the chat, the One Piece fandom is invested. They want to hear people talk about One Piece, and I'm fine to talk about One Piece. I just don't think video essays are the move for me in that sense. So One Piece wins Best Continuing Series, which as it does pretty much every year, and that's fine.